Those are the kinds of people that make a difference in this world. So, throughout this conversation, I want you to give me three things. I want you to give me your ear, I want you to give me your heart, and I want you to give me your mind. Your ear, your heart, your mind. I want you to listen. I want you to think. Today, we're going to talk about a topic that is golden. You know, gold is trading at about $1,600 per ounce. So gold is very valuable. And what we're going to talk about today is more valuable than gold. But you know what's so baffling about it is that there are people who take this topic and push it to the back burner. It's the kind of thing that people say, you know, well, I'll get around it tomorrow. You know, just check with me tomorrow. And tomorrow comes and, hey, nothing happens. They say, well, you know what, next week. I'm a little bit busy this week. I'm preparing for finals and I'm working on some projects. And so give me a couple weeks and we'll get together. And then they never do get together. So sometimes I wonder, do they really recognize the gold mine that they're sitting on? But today we're not just going to sit on it, we're going to talk about it. So what am I talking about? You know, goals are golden. And Sister Span asked me to talk about goals and goal setting. You know, Aristotle once said, man's life only has meaning if he's reaching out and striving for his goals. Without something to live for, without something to work towards, life has very little meaning, doesn't it? I mean, we all have something to work for. We all have goals, whether it be goals to finish high school, finish college, get a new job, start a new business, do a new record. Whatever it is, we all have goals. And the thing is, even people who say they have no goals have goals. If you're living, you have to have a goal. You can't not have a goal. The only question is, how high is your goal? How great is your goal? How worthy, how noble is your goal? You know, there are people who do nothing. And so, what does that tell me? It tells me that their goal is nothing. You have a goal. There are people who are going nowhere. What does it tell you? Their goal is what? Nowhere. You know, what people say and what people do sometimes tells two different stories. You could tell a person's goal by what they do, not as much as what they say. Oh, I want to be rich. Well, are you working hard to be rich? What's your real goal? So today we're going to talk about setting goals. You know, Oprah Winfrey, back in 1987, before she was really famous, she said, I'm going to be the richest black woman in America. That was her goal. Today in 2011, not only is she one of the richest black women in America, she's one of the richest women in the world. Right. Talk about exceeding your goals. Right. The tragedy is not that we don't set goals, is that we don't set goals that are high enough. You know, God has given each of us talents. I was blessed by that music, man. I tell you, I sat there and I was truly blessed.
What song would I sing? Am I faithful? Am I grateful? Do I have the love that you pray for? Could I prove that I love you? Do you know me? Did I serve you? Do you trust me with the glory? What's my legacy? There's an empty space. Could you fill me? Every hidden place.
that are high. God has given each of us so much, but we set goals that are so little. Let me say that again. God has given each of us so much, but we set goals that are so little. The tragedy in life is not that we don't have goals, but that we don't have goals that are large enough, that are big enough, that change us from the inside out, change the world that we live in, change the school that we go to, change the church that we attend, change the community that we live in. Those are the kinds of goals that make a difference.